Howdy gang, Michelle here, and today we are bringing you spring leaves. Now, this was one that Becca and I were both pulling our hairs out, not working up. It was a simple workup, but to find the right yarn for. I went through all of my yarns and nothing was making me happy with working this up. Becca went through almost all of her yarn, and then she even put this in timeout because she wasn't happy with anything. And then finally she found one that was perfect for this. And it was a self-striping yarn. It was Karen Cinnamon Swirl Cakes in Lilac and Lemon. And it worked up so beautiful. I mean, it was perfect. It was made for this pattern, and I absolutely love how it came out. So a huge, huge, huge thank you to Becca, of course. Let's give her a round of applause. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. Yay! For Becca's yarn stash. So, the most difficult thing about this pattern is knitting 3 together, which is super simple to me. You guys have done it with plenty of my patterns. So I'm going to show you, for any new people that are here, how to do the knit 3 together. Again, many of you have done this before, but I'm just going to show how to do that for those of you who might be new and not too sure how to do it. Other than that, the chart is really super easy. I'm going to move my light here a little bit. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, so as you can see here, you have a knit 3 together, knit 3 together, knit 3 together. So I'm going to jump into this. Give me 1 second. I'm going to move my camera a little. All right, so obviously I'm not doing the whole thing. I just casted on some yarn real quick to this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm acting like I'm going across into my next row. And I'm just going to U-knit, not E-wrap, U-knit only. And I'm doing it kind of loose because I don't want to beat up my yarn. I'm using some nice Malabrigo yarn. And say, for example, sorry I bumped the camera. I'm trying to do this around. See, if this one in the black is the one that I have to knit 3 on, I'm going to go here. I'm going to tug this a little bit. Take it off and bring it over to this one in black and drop it on. So right now, my working yarn is still on this one, and I have 2 strands. Now I'm going to go to the next one, knit that off, go to the next one after that, knit that off. Then I'm going to come back to this one right next to the black one, give myself a little stretch, don't beat it up. And now the black one now has 1, 2, 3 strands. Let me separate those so you guys can see them. See, 3 strands. Then you continue down this row. Sorry, I bumped the camera. All right, and now we're going to go back. Now on this one that's empty, we're going to bring the working yarn in front. And if it's too difficult for you to lift all 3 off at once, that is perfectly okay. Grab 1 strand and knit it off 1 at a time. 1, 2, 3. Bring your working yarn in front of the empty one. And that's it. That's how simple it is. And then you'll see you have one that has 3 knit offs in the back. That's how simple it is to knit 3. And as you do that, as you can see in this worked area right here, you can see it looks like a leaf. So you're going to bring this one over for that, like I showed you. This one here, you're going to carry over. So let me show you that one real quick. So this is my tail over here. I'm going to tuck that one down out of the way so we don't get confused. Okay, so here's my 3. That's where the 3 go. Okay, and we already did this one. Now we're going to do this one. So I'm going to knit this one, and this is the one I'm going to have to move, not this one. Or this is the one that has to be empty here. All right. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to pull this one out. Give yourself a lot of extra room because you can always tighten that up. Knit off this one with the black or wherever your 3 is. Now I'm going to pick this one up, give myself a little bit of slack, loop it on here, grab this one, and loop it on here. All right. So now this one is empty. This has yarn on it. This has yarn on it. So if you want to tighten that up just a little bit, you can snug it up. Shore that one up. Go to this one. Knit it off. Go to this one. Knit it off. Come back to this one. Give yourself a little bit of leeway. Put that on here. Go to this next one, because this is the one we want empty now. Knit that off, carry this one over here, and now this is our empty one. Continue, and now go back. And again, same as before, empty ones, just put your working yarn in front, knit off. And again, if it's too difficult to do all 3 at once, just do one at a time. But because I do mine kind of loose, I take my time and do all 3 at once. All right, and that's how simple it is. And then the same technique works for this one. You're just going out one more further. Okay, and that's it. So anywhere you see that there is more space, you're just doing the same thing. You're just taking it out a little further. So we've already gone to this one and this one. I would have more space, but I don't want to keep this one, which is my edge peg, basically empty, because then it would throw the whole thing off. But you guys now get the idea on how to do that. So this is worked actually in multiples of 8 plus 2. So multiples of 8, and then you want to leave 1 peg at the end for your edge peg so it's nice and clean on the edges. And that's it. So you can make it as wide or as short as you want, narrow as you want. And that's it, you guys. So good luck finding the perfect yarn for this. Because that was the hardest thing about this pattern, honestly, was finding the perfect yarn to do this. And Becca totally knocked it out of the park completely, to be honest. Sorry, I had to take some more water. So that's it. I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with this amazing pattern. I look forward to seeing them all. Happy looming, gang. Love y'all. Bye.